Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakurasou here. Come at you guys with a spooky Yu-Gi-Oh! Market watch for you guys today. Yes, this is the day after Halloween, but it's one of my favorite holidays. I don't celebrate it too much anymore, but still is. Hopefully you guys had a fantastic Halloween. I thought, let me upload this Saturday instead of Friday for those who enjoy it or want to take their kids or nieces out, all that. So hopefully you guys had a good time. Please let me know in the comment section below what you did. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out all the sponsors, all that. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss a upload. And we're going to get right into this here. So I have some good and bad news, right? It's not bittersweet. It's just good and bad news. Shaddoll's got support, which is something that we all kind of saw. We saw the alternate art Wendigo floating around. There's no reason they're just going to give us that and leave it. We all knew we were going to get more Shaddoll support, and we did get it. So you're thinking, what's the bad news? It must be that the cards are, not that good, which I'm seeing. I need to see more on the deck, but I'm not impressed. But that's not why I'm upset, because at the end of the day, Shaddolls are Shaddolls. What I'm upset about is that they involved them. They actually mixed archetypes like Constellar and Tellarknight. And you're thinking, well, what did they do with Shaddolls? They mixed it with the Crayon Eater deck. I mean, if you don't know, I hate Infernoids with a passion. So the fact that one of my favorite decks and one of my more disliked decks are combining just upsets me. So if I really don't like it, I'm probably not gonna play it, which is kind of ironic because I was hoping to play Shaddoll eventually, but if I'm not gonna play a worse version just because I hate Infernoids, I'm just gonna play a different deck and play this in probably Duelist Alliance format. That's what I'm probably gonna do. But we have the alternate art here, and right now she's like $11, not bad at all. Constructs here are lower on listings. They're $10, $11, but I'm gonna be frank with you guys here. Maybe it's because people knew the support was coming. Maybe it's because the support was not that good. Or maybe it's because of other reasons. But the Shaddoll buyouts didn't really happen. As you're going to see here. Now, this is one card I do have to talk about. It's very significant. Armelia, the Star Leader Dragon. Right, this card has risen up from $1/4 to about $3 because Shaddoll actually has combos with this card where it helps you extend. And then you could also fuse with it, right? Because all you can't do is you can't use it as a link material. So you can use this card to extend, special summon, get your effects, and then infuse this off. And since it's a dark, it can make Winda, it can make the new cards, it can make no, it can't make Construct. But you can make what you need to with the Star Leader Dragon here. Dual Overload is definitely the set that keeps on giving. I mean, if this set was not released during the shutdown in 2020 of March, I think players would see this as one of the best side sets of all time when it comes to impact on the game. I have to say impact because obviously people are going to be like, well, I like rarity collections, which nothing wrong with that. But when it comes to impact of the meta, Dual Overload got to be one of the top 5 sets of all time when it comes to side sets, not main sets, side sets. So hopefully I worded that correctly. El Shaddoll Construct, Ultimate Rare, my baby right here, $20 here. I still have my Shaddoll mat that my boy Chris gifted me. First eds are about, you got here for 27, but you got near mids for like 32 here, going up to 38, 58. Will this card keep rising? I think that people will probably want QC just because it's going to match the deck a lot. And I'm just going to give you guys a good guess here. I think we're going to get the other Shaddoll fusions as QCs probably with the alternate artwork when we get our next Terminal Revenge. That's just my opinion. I could be right. I could be wrong. Schism. So I told people grab this around $2-3. I said it back 6 months ago when it was like around here, $3. I mentioned it like 3 weeks ago. Well, they're $5 now. So if you got them at 2, you do have the increase here. However, this card is going up. It's going up to about $6, $7, $10 here. Would I be shocked to see it at $10? Absolutely not. Maybe this card becomes better and you play more copies of it. Granted, usually you're able to search this out, most likely, or set from the deck. Again, we're probably going to get more Shaddoll cards as well. So I'm kind of on the fence of if this card is going to go up in the deck more than one copy. Not because it's not good or it's not going to get better as a card, but it's just the fact that you really only need one. But it could still go up to $7, $8. So if you got this at $2, hey, congrats, you made some money. Shaddoll Fusion, you know, $40. This card was already bought out, $45. There was no, you know, scalping to happen for this, at least in my opinion. Shaddoll Dragon QC, about $12 here. This card didn't really even get cheaper after its buyout. You know, maybe it was $5 at first when the set kind of came out. It was, you know, $5. A lot of QCs were $5 to $6 because people were trying to figure out, well, what works, what doesn't work. And Shaddoll Fusion went, or Shaddoll Dragon went up and never really went down here. So no real big movement here. Your Shekin Nagas here, at least your ultis are moving a bit. You know, $20. You got first set for 17. Not bad because the next first set's at 23. So not too bad for your Shekin Nagas. And they are, in a way, leaning more towards the Earth attribute from what I've seen. So this card's probably a little bit better, especially at least in my opinion, because you're able to fusion it with the nuke monster that we have. That flip, it just copies any effect in the grave that you want to. So they definitely want you to... Sorry about that, guys. They definitely want you to lean more into this card. I don't really know why we're getting Earth cards. I think it's probably just because Konami never does anything with the Earth attribute too much. Like, I want to say the last Earth cards that we had that were relevant, that weren't anything that was generic, were maybe, well, too super generic, right? Like a hand trap, etc. I want to say Vern. I got to be wrong. I don't know. I just don't know what Earth ever does anymore. El Shaddoll Analytis here. This card is going up as well. $23, $25 for your Analytis here. Neither player can special summon monsters from the hand or graveyard with spell or trap effects. This is going to be great against Branded and as well as Mitsurugi. This is actually a fantastic Floodgate right now. That's why this card's also getting bought out, because people, if you're going to play Shaddoll, making this is going to actually win you the game, if you're depending on what you're playing. If this card's in the graveyard, then you just, you know, get your Shaddoll card from the grave back. Again, that's another reason why I'm not worried about Schism and all that, unless people start running Cosmic Cyclone, and we all know they're not. So this card's going up. You do have the common here, so it is affordable. You know, 35 cents. But if you want that extra shiny version, you do have it. I remember playing it. The only time I ever made it was Super Poly, when I activated Super Poly. But then we got the support in Shaddoll Showdown where we got Ariel, and then this card became a lot more viable, which I really, really liked. But it was rough when this card came out. This was definitely considered the worst Shaddoll monster. Also, guys, very quickly, if you guys have any spare cash that you do feel like donating, consider being a channel member. You know, the goal is about 35 channel members by the end of the year. 35. We have channel member videos. You have emotes. Just consider being a channel member. Thank you all those who are channel members as well. Dominus Spiral. So this card is not really seeing much play. They're about $10, $11 here. We could have another song situation where this goes up to 30, and I really wouldn't be too shocked, but a lot of people are also asking and looking for this card. I am getting asked about it, and people know that people are just like storing these, and eventually this card is going to see play and it's going to be good. But I don't know. I feel like these Dominus cards, they are experimenting more, and maybe they're not as good as some people think they are, right? But it's interesting. It's interesting. But especially then if you have no traps or graveyard, you're putting special summon one monster from their graveyard. I really just don't like that. I don't really have a lot of faith in Spiral, to be honest with you here. I'm not going to say it's not going to see play. I think that someone's going to bring it to a list and then it's going to get hyped. But I am at the moment, I've talked to pro players, all that. They're not liking this card. They just don't like it. And that's just how it is. You do have your Starlights at $60 if you want them. Meanwhile, we have Impulse, right? About $48, $50 here, with your Starlight being about 180, 200, 215 still. This is the Japanese Starlight. Looks very cool, but you know, 220 here for your Starlight Dominus Impulses. Your Purge is about 27, 28 here. And you got a lot of people actually, you know, listing them for a lot lower because people are playing the Mitsurugi engine, and when you're playing the Mitsurugi engine, you can't really play this. So that's kind of why a lot of people are dropping this card. It's not because it's not good, but I think that it will see play maybe on the next list once Mitsurugi maybe leaves the format. The decks that were playing this originally that opted to play the Mitsurugi engine are probably going to go back to Purge. So definitely keep an eye out on it. OGs for less than 30, definitely hop on it, all right? Just like how your mother did last night. Dominus Purge here at 120. And she was getting freaky with it too. All right. 120 for your QCs. Not bad. Not bad. Definitely cheaper than Dominus is. Again, if you wanted these, I think your best bet was 50-60. Legendary 6 Samurai Shi-En are $6.50, $7. This is a very cheap QC for what it is. And I think that we will eventually get more 6 Sam support in the future. But if not, you know, depending on what formats get relevant and all that, we could see 6-7 make a comeback. It is a fan favorite deck. I know it's like House of Champs favorite deck. He got, I think, one of his first invites with it. I could be wrong. Shout out to him. But there are people who love this archetype. $7 is not bad. The ulti, which is what I actually have, these are not bad at all. Like, these are, you know, 25 for unlimited is really, really cheap in my opinion. Your first head start at what, like 35, 40? Yeah, about 30. Well, you got one here for 33, 34, 30, about 40, 47. Your near mints are at 50, going up to 70. So this card, if you guys want to maybe grab these copies at less than 40, that actually might be the play. Which if you're buying any cards off TCG, players might link down in the description below. Helps out the channel to no additional cost to you. Dragon's Ravine. Now, we went over this when Dragunity got support. They are due one more card, from what I've been told. Dragunity are getting one more card. And this card, when I first released saw it, was bought at 60. Then there were no listings. 38s, 50, 55. This card is to the moon. If you have a set of this, you're sitting on some gold, my friend. Your plats are about $2 now. People are getting a little smarter. They're like, you know what? If the QC is going to be 40, the plat's got to be worth a few bucks at least. I would probably opt for the plat at this point. I think the plat could go up to 5, 6 even, and I would call it a day. The plats are very good to pick up right now. Blazing Cartesia. I know you guys are probably sick and tired of Branded, and look, I get it, right? But your Cartesias are now 130. So if you got them, hey, now's the time you could probably offload them. Jurrac Volcano, we are getting all that dinosaur stuff. Right now, your Volcanoes are about $7 here. This card's too early a reprint, so I think that it could go up to 10, 15. I really do think that it could do that. Jurrac Meteor, this is a card that I didn't know was the alternate, that this card got a alt art. So I was sitting here with the other one. I was like, what are, when it's over here, if I pulled it up. I didn't. But, oh well. I was like, what is the difference? Well, right now, $20, $25, $30. So, low listings. I don't know. I don't think people are going to pay more than $30 for it. Jurrac Guaiba here. Guaiba. $5. The last time this card was relevant was Dino format. In fact, I think the last time Jurracs were relevant, it's either with the baby one that's like a $10, $11 DT. It's going to bother me. And I should have probably pulled it up. But it's Aleo. Aleo, right? It's Aleo, Guaiba. Like, Jurrac cards are a little relevant once in a while. Right now, these are $11, $12. But yeah, your Guaibas are like 4 or 5. I still remember this from Dino Rabbit format. Then you also have Jurrac Giganoto. This card is about $10 for your light play, 13 for near mints. While this card is face up on the field, every face of Jurrac monster you control gains 200 attack for each Jurrac monster in your graveyard. You know, and that includes itself, so helps you OTK, I guess, but that's really it. Velfido here, is just this card's attack and defense are equal to the original attack of the synchro monsters used for its synchro summon. If this card attacks, it just does piercing. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know why they're buying this card out, but maybe I'm not educated with Jurracs. $20, way too much. Then you also have Summon Skull. Now these plats have been flying off the shelves. $6 for your platinums, with your QCs being about $48, $50, $53 for your Summon Skulls. I mean, that's a lot better than what they used to be, I'll tell you that. But this card was always worth quite a bit of money. Archfiend Black Skull Dragon ultis. These are 15 for your light plays. Go out to 18, 19, 20. Remember, Red Eyes are going to probably get support here. So I would look into getting this card. In fact, this and Red Eyes Insight. QC, I told people to get this at $3-4. They're like $5. This will be a good card to get as well because this is a searcher for them. Cursed Eldland, see some movement on this. You got 8s here, then you got 13, 15, 15, $20 for your Cursed Eldlands here. So this card is going up. Your Conquistadors are about $3, $4, $5 here. Your Black Awakenings have been low on listings forever, so 8, $20. I wouldn't take this as a buyout, unlike Cursed Eldlands actually, moving up here was like 3, 4, and then something happened. Maybe it's because it's a Halloween themed deck. I know that's probably not the reason, but Eldlich are technically Halloween, right? Eldlich regular QC is about $5, going up to 6. Your alternate arts about $9 for your QCs. And then we have a little penny sunk here. Paleo Dino-Miscus. These are about 50, 60 cents here for your copies. I think that Paleo will get support eventually. And I think that this card could shoot up to a $3, $4 card. This card's either bulk or it's like a couple dollars. I don't know why I'm so low here. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, I think that this card, it has commons as well. It's got it's got the OTS Super as well. So you can also pick up those. Those look clean. But you got bunch of commons here. And then, the Supers are about $1 if you want this. Paleozoic isn't doing a lot right now. And then we also have Totally Awesome. Yeah, you've got, let's look at Paleo a little bit here. So you got $5 here for your Morellas going up, only 12 listings. Your Canadians, which aren't that good, are like 2s. And then everything else here is maybe dollar-esque stuff. What's Totally Awesome at? I always think this card's banned and it's not $8. You know what? For a QC, that's pretty good. Because whenever this card comes in the format, it triples in value always. I could see this being like a $25 card easily later down the line. But with that being said, guys, sorry if this video was a little shorter. Since it is Halloween, I just didn't have that much time. And I'm on a bit of a time crunch. But with that being said, guys, leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.